So did you have, because a lot of times you get cut or whatever, and especially in preseason, another team they may wait to see where their needs are at the end of the preseason to pick up a back or just pick up another player, or it's still opportunities because it's early on, especially early on in the season. So it's still opportunities. Were there opportunities for you to go to other teams, or you
Yes,
just was like, I'm done,
yes, there
it's
was
over?
opportunities. I went and I worked out for another team,
Okay,
and like I said, this was going into my 8th year, so I only got 7 full years.
right.
So I'm going into my 8th year, and like I want to say Tuesday is the off day, so Tuesday is the day they usually bring players in to work out.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm in my 7th year, 8th year. I've already played, and I felt like I did pretty well.
Right.
And I'm out here running the 40 again. I'm out here doing all these drills again.
Yep.
One of the guys that I'm competing with asking me for my autograph.
Really?
And I'm like, you asked me, and I got to run they trying to figure out if I can play. Like, I don't have 7 years of footage.
Right. That's crazy.
And
That's like a slap in the face.
Well, I mean that's some people need it, and that's what they need to keep going. I wasn't that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, I'm not saying that I should have just walked in and got the opportunity.
Right.
But I wasn't ready to start all over at the bottom.
Gotcha. Not that year, especially not going into the 8th year.
I mean, I just wasn't ready for that. And when I realized so this is what I'm doing. Like, is this so I'm going to be flying to these teams on Tuesdays, running 40s and running routes and running different footwork drills. I don't know if I want to do that. Right. And that's when the story I have is I got a lake house, and so I went to my lake house, and I just was trying to get away, and I'm at my lake house, and I tell myself, I say, man, if either Detroit or Chicago call me, them the only two teams I'm gonna go for.
Gotcha.
And that's it.
Just because it was close?
Just because it's close. I mean, I got family in Chicago, and it's just close. I ain't got to move all over, and it's close. And the very next day, Detroit called me. Very next day.
Really?
And I'm like, man, I'm fired up. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I go in this bathroom because I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. And I look in the mirror, and I'm like, man, play football for Detroit. And I didn't have that electric shock. Like, I didn't have that energy. I was like kind of flat. But then I was like, man, or you could just, you could stay here and figure out what's next.
Right.
Man, this big old smile came on my face. I'm like that was the first time I ever heard my body talk, and I was kind of listening. And I'm like, man.
That's crazy.
Then I looked in the mirror, I said, play for Detroit. All the energy just drained. Then I'm like, next chapter, figure it out. Man, that could be some fun there, man. Yeah. And I did that a couple times. And then I called my agent. I was like, man, JS, I think I'm done, man. He was like, what? Are you what? I was like, I think I am done. I'll never forget that phone call. I was like, I think I'm done. And he was like, are you sure? I said, I think I'm sure, man. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
And then he said, all right, I'll let him know. And I hung up the phone. I was like, man, I'm done playing football. Like, I'm done. Like, that moment, that realization of this 8-year-old kid had this dream.
Yep.
And all this adversity in life, all these things that I've gone through to reach this dream. And here I am waking up now from it. Like, I'm giving it up.
That's
who does that?
Yeah, that's